Hey everybody, my name is Mr. Potts and welcome to 3D Modeling and Animation class. Let me show you around. This is an elective course. You get me for one semester. For semester 2, you'll rotate to another elective course, including career technology, video game design, video production, robotics, Mandarin art, whatever you put on your application last year. You'll get one of those elective courses for the second half of the year. Alright, most of you guys are pretty good about this already, accessing the course, but let me cover a couple things. To access everything, you should always start at the My CNUSD page. You're going to get access to grades, your student email, and your digital classes there, including Canvas courses and Google Classroom courses. Once you open them, make sure you bookmark all your courses. Let me show you how to do that. So from a Google page, you can just do a Google search in the Omni box for MyCNUSD, or you can type the address my.cnusd.k12.ca.us. Add an extra dot there. And you'll have access to your grades, your student email, and all of your digital classrooms. So click on Digital Classrooms and you'll see Canvas is here, Google Classroom is here. Open up Canvas, click Open. And any course that you have here at River Heights in Canvas is going to display here. So here I have 2 courses, and I can go over here in my Omni box and click the star. I can call it whatever I want. I'm just going to call this Canvas because this has both of my Canvas courses on it, and click Done. Once I've done that, I can click on the new tab, plus, and a little button will appear showing my Canvas courses right here. I can click on this button to access these courses anytime I want. Now I can open up my 3D modeling course, and I'm going to bookmark this site as well. And you can call it whatever you want. If you want to call it computer class or 3D modeling, and then click Done, and then you'll have another button up here. Alright, so I've tried to make it as easy as possible to access everything. So everything should be here. To access our Zoom meetings every single day, just click this big fat logo for Zoom right here, and that'll take you directly to our meetings. I use the same meeting code for all of my meetings all day long, so right here to access our meetings. This button will take you to our daily announcements, and this button right here will give you access to Remind, where I send notifications and you can contact me if you're having issues and you prefer to do this rather than email me. So click here and it'll take you to our announcements page. I post announcements every single day. Click on the day and you'll see there is an attendance check-in question every single day, and then the challenge assignment with a focus and what we're learning, along with some other links if they are necessary. So you can see we just started a brand new challenge assignment today in Tinkercad, creating a 3D fidget spinner. Okay, so first do your attendance check-in. You do that by clicking on this link. And it says click here, click I am here to get credit for the day. So you click Take Quiz. It's a multiple choice question with only one response. Click I am here and submit. You just got yourself 10 points for the day. It helps me take attendance, and it's an easy way to boost your grade. So that can all be found in announcements. The next thing you should look at is modules. Every assignment that needs to be turned in for the week will be posted in modules to keep things a little bit more organized. So I put all the attendance quizzes together. I put all the project assignments together. So our unit for right now is 3D printing, and we're using Tinkercad. We already created a name tag keychain, and now we're working on a 3D spinner. Okay. We have discussions that are due every 2 weeks in this class, and those can be found here. So all you need to do is click on the discussion and watch the videos. To respond, you just click Reply, you put your answers, and you click Post. Okay, there will be one discussion due every 2 weeks. And then this was the unit that we did the first month. Students designed their own paint backgrounds. They imported those backgrounds into an animation program called Pivot. We then did some post-processing. We created Pivot animation movies and head animations. They turned out pretty good. Modules is an easy way to look at all of the assignments. Now, if you prefer just to see all the assignments all stacked on top of each other, this is kind of more of like a, but it'll organize them by overdue assignments. So if you forgot to turn something in, it'll show up right here. It shows all of the upcoming assignments and it lumps them all together, including the attendance and the projects. And then everything that you've already turned in shows up at the bottom. You can check your grades at any time by clicking on Grades. And if you see a big fat label that says missing, that means nothing has been submitted for that particular assignment. If it says late, that means I may have to still grade it, and I'll go in and grade it. Otherwise, you'll see the scores will appear right here. Okay, I take all the grades from Canvas first. I grade them here first, and I transfer them over to Student Connect. So what to expect in this class every single day. There will be a Zoom meeting every day. There will be one discussion assignment due every 2 weeks. And this is a project-based class. We'll always be working on a project. Projects can range from a one-day assignment to something that lasts up to 2 weeks. It is super important that everything gets submitted into Canvas. Let's talk about late work. I accept all late work, with the exception of attendance, for obvious reasons. My policy is that any late work will be given 1 grade lower than the actual grade earned. But due to the circumstances, I've been super flexible. I've just been giving full points for any submissions. I'm trying to work with students. I empathize. I have 7 children at home. My wife is running 4 Google Classrooms with my kids, so I understand how difficult it is to navigate between Google Classrooms and Zoom meetings, and oh my goodness. So get your work turned in. I will take it. I will give you full credit, and I'm going to extend this grace period for at least another week. Let's talk about compatibility for a minute. If you're able to use a Windows PC, that's going to be the best option. Otherwise, if you choose to use an Apple computer or a Chromebook, things are going to look a little bit different. The learning experience may shift a little bit. And we'll use some workarounds. We'll make it happen. But the easiest way to navigate this course and use the applications that we use is to use a Windows computer. An app that has helped with this compatibility issue is called RollApp. It allows PC programs through a browser, but it's much slower to respond than using a Windows computer right now. On any platform. Tinkercad works on every platform. But in the future, we're going to be using a program called Blender. Blender will need to be downloaded onto your computer. It works for Apple and it works for Windows, but if you're on a Chromebook, you're going to need to consider subscribing to RollApp for those activities. What it does is it takes that Blender program and it just runs it through the browser. It's going to be slower, probably won't be as responsive, and you kind of have to learn where the buttons are, but it is a workaround and will work for Chromebook. So what are we going to learn in this class? Unit 1, we look at the fundamentals of animation in 2D. Unit 2, which we're starting currently, is 3D printing. We will utilize Tinkercad. We'll learn about all the 3D printers in the classroom, different types of 3D printers and 3D printing technology. And we'll have some class competitions, and we'll create some objects, we'll print some objects, and we'll have a good time. Unit 3, we will use a program called Blender. Blender is open source software. It's free. It's amazing. You can do so much stuff with it. And that's where we'll spend the remainder of the course doing some more 3D modeling. We'll learn rendering techniques, lighting, simulations, and animation.
Bye.